Good morning, geeks and gamers. I am joined by two bearded people that were homeless and needed some attention, so I decided to bring them onto the show because I am truly a wonderful human being. Josiah Rises. Hi, Josiah.
Hi. Thanks for taking me off the street. Appreciate it. Honestly, I have something really big to say because
are you living your life as a gay man now too? Oh my God, everybody's gay.
I'm just following your lead. All right,
that was good.
So last night you brought me on this whole Battlefront 2 thing, and
you're addicted.
I have a big announcement to make. I'm quitting YouTube. I'm shutting down Epicverse. This was a big decision to make, but I'm now officially going to be a full-time Battlefront 2 streamer.
Yes.
I'm even going to change my name to Battlefront Rises. And this is
Battlefront
my life
now. So Josiah has left YouTube. Oh man. Battlefront Rises. That's my favorite thing you've ever said. I think that was fantastic. So, yeah, it's sad because the game is so fun, but it's never going to get another update. And there's only like 2,000 people playing it right now.
That's crazy.
And that's on a good day. But
that's what we're playing.
Yeah, and that's what we're playing. Well, I seriously believe, like, I thought about this with Titanfall whenever I play Titanfall or now Battlefront. But these have such lower player bases now but they have a passionate community, but it's just a very low number of people that are playing it. But I imagine when we play it, and I would imagine we're probably one of the bigger channels that play these games. I imagine the hardcore's like, oh, these motherfuckers, we're going to destroy them. I feel for the Reddit group or the Discord or whatever.
Oh, but, there's subreddits dedicated to when we play Battlefront. It's like, all right, guys, we need to bring the troops tonight because these geeks and gamers, fucking idiots, are playing Battlefront 2 tonight, and we need to show them who's boss.
They're in our space.
Kill Jeremy with Ray. That'll make him mad. Kill Jeremy with Ray. Hello, Fear the Beardo. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I too am very thankful that you picked me up off of the street. It was a long, few years of just being homeless and bearded. That's why I take so many showers, because I just have several years of just muck and grime to wash off and shower off. And you know what? I'm blessed to be able to take as many showers as I do. So thank you, Jeremy, for taking me off the street. It's been a huge blessing.
It has been an honor and a privilege. Crispy Noka says, holy shit, Battlefront 2 last night was wild as fuck. If you go back, it happens every time we play Battlefront 2. That first game is just a disaster. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't get my brain to tell me what buttons to hit because I'm so used to Fortnite or Mario Kart or something. Then I kind of get in my rhythm after that. But I will say, I don't like telling Beardo he's right about anything. Beardo's right. When you're playing as the clones or the stormtroopers, it's just a different vibe. It's a different vibe. It just is, and it feels better mentally. And but anyway, enough about Battlefront 2. We try to play that on Wednesdays with you guys, and it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. But we got a few things to talk about. But before then, we got a $20 super chat from the Wolfram Heart 79. Ryan couldn't be here because he's tending to Queen Bree's feet.
He can fix them.
Someone's got to do it. So
he can fix those puppies.
Cobra Cast was a wild one last night. I found myself in a very tough position because the previous episode of Cobra Cast was a wild one because Bree's feet actually won the super chat battle. And so we had to play this montage of Bree's feet. And I kind of felt like it was over. But of course, Jed, hi Jed, how are you? Jed decided to randomly start counting the feet super chats during the stream and created a shit show. Are you proud of yourself, Jed?
Well, I think you're mischaracterizing what happened. I didn't randomly decide to it. Every Cobra Cast for the last month, you suddenly bring me in. It's like, you've been counting feet this whole time, right? And keeping the chat up to date. So it's become habit on Cobra Cast at this point. But yes, I'm a little bit proud of myself because of how after that video played. Just like Ruthie was talking about, that was why we all voted yes on the poll in the end.
Oh, man.
That dead look in your eyes.
Yeah, thank you, Chad. Thank you, Chad. Go follow Hollywood Scala. Thanks, Chad. All right. But yeah, so last night it turned into like Jed was counting the feet versus no feet. I wasn't prepared for that. And then it turned out that there was some discrepancies on did feet win or not win after the countdown, because there was some super chats that we weren't sure on. And I felt very confused as to what direction to take this. And the chat was saying basically I was going full 2020 on the election, and I was having mail-in ballots. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm losing my audience here. Even my boy Alec Baldwin's fingers like, I'm not helping you guys. I've dropped enough bombs to save you from feet. Now it's up to you guys. I'm like, I'm losing the chat. What do I do? So ultimately, I didn't want to grift off of it anymore. So I did a poll, and the poll was 51-48, feet won. And
wow.
So I was like, well, I really don't want to play this video.
51-48.
Yeah, that's how it came out. It did, like, for some reason when you end, like, it said 51-49 when I ended it, but it just, the way that the YouTube, when you end it, it's always off by 1%. I don't know if it's a discrepancy or if they round down or round up. I have no idea.
Rigged.
Yeah, rigged. But so I decided I'm gonna have to give 50 memberships to the chat for my own, buddy, and then to say I'm sorry. Here's a bunch of gifted memberships. Now I'm playing it. Now I hope everybody's happy. I think everybody ended up miserable. but that's just how it is. And here's the Shockmaster feat. Always win.
Thank you, the Shockmaster.
Jay's Greasy Wiggler
says, "Give me back my son."
Lendarius says, I finally watched John Carter last night after hearing Jeremy talk about it so much. Kind of shame that we will never get a follow-up. It wasn't that bad. No, it really wasn't. It really wasn't. I like Taylor Kitsch too. He was kind of set up to be Hollywood's next big star there for a few years. He just ended up in bad movie after bad movie.
Taylor Kitsch. If they ever make a Red Dead Redemption live action movie or show, he needs to play John Marston.
Hey.
He would be a perfect John Marston.
That's a good call.
He's got the voice, he's got the look. Just put the scar on him. He's perfect. Nobody's more perfect to play John Marston than Taylor Kitsch.
That's good. That is good. That is good. Hayden Wayne says, sad I missed Battlefront and Cobra Cast last night, but I'm on a long drive home today. Hail, Geeks and Gamers. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, man. Good to see you, Hayden. Always missed when you're not there, man, but good to see you. The Beast says Rachel Zegler can get wiggled. Remain blessed, gentlemen. We're going to talk about Rachel Zegler.
Oh, yeah.
But before we do that, I didn't warn either one of these guys what I'm about to do, because some news broke this morning for Beardo. Some news broke.
Oh.
And this is going to be pretty fun. We got some news that broke. Beardo had some comments about a certain game falling off. And so we had some news break today. Tears of Kingdom has already sold 18.51 million copies by the end of June.
That's not just the month of June. That's in total.
Yes.
Okay. I don't want people to, because the way you read it.
Tears of the Kingdom has been blowing expectations out of the water ever since releasing earlier this year. It silenced all doubters who thought that Breath of the Wild could not be topped, and is developing into a commercial juggernaut as well. Nintendo's report about Q1 is out, and it states that Tears of the Kingdom sold 18.51 million copies, meaning that it's well on its way to breaking 20 million by the end of the summer. It also broke into the top 10 best-selling Switch games of all time. Nintendo notes that first-party software sales were the highest ever recorded in a first quarter, thanks to Tears of the Kingdom driving up the numbers.
I'm just curious.
Totally fell off, bro.
What is that? What is that top 10
of software?
Yeah. I just want to see the top 10
numbers that Sony can't even fucking think about competing with.
I see Pokemon on there 3 times. Wait,
yes,
twice or 3 times.
You see Pokemon twice.
Okay, twice. And there you go. That's all I care about.
So you've got.
I am a Pokemon shill.
Yeah, So right there, Mario Kart is sold 55 million copies, which is a retarded number that doesn't make any sense. Animal Crossing, and I think Steph has bought all 42 million copies of that game. Smash, and then Breath of the Wild at 30 million. And eventually Tears of the Kingdom will probably surpass Breath of the Wild.
Okay, so
Totally fell off. Totally fell off, though.
I will make this point. Tears of the Kingdom is one singular game. Pokemon, the Scarlet and Violet are pretty much essentially the same game, just different legendaries that you can catch, different Pokemon that you can catch in the game. But essentially, from a story standpoint, it's the same game. So you can lump those two numbers together. So really, that's damn near 50 million.
Okay.
For one Pokemon game.
Okay. What is your point?
I'm just saying.
I'm
just saying how impressive that is.
Well, I mean,
I'm just saying how impressive that is.
Pokemon's historically the biggest franchise in gaming history. So I mean, that's
yes.
But that still is to take away from the fact that Tears of the Kingdom has literally not fallen off in any way, shape, or form.
Well, I mean, how long has Tears of the Kingdom been out?
Came out in like what, April?
A few months ago, yeah.
Okay,
March or April.
You're reaching. This ain't a Josiah thumbnail, okay?
Spider-Man PS4 sold like 30 some million copies or something. So it has a long way to go before it even comes to Spider-Man's level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, I think Spider-Man PS4 even sold more copies than Breath of the Wild. So
yeah, Spider-Man's the most popular comic book character on the planet.
So I mean, the sales don't really matter.
What are you talking about?
It's like Spider-Man PS4 literally sold more copies than even Breath of the Wild.
And these are people who are buying the game for the first time to play it. But what about the people who just got it in the beginning, didn't finish it, and just completely abandoned it? They're like, you know what?
You mean like every single player game that's ever existed in the history of video games?
Not finishing and beating a game that you paid full price for and you don't even beat it?
Have you ever heard the meme of gamers, how they just have like all these incomplete games because they keep buying the next game? That is a meme of gamers because we all do it. We all
I finish every single game that I pay full price for.
Really?
Yes.
Really? That is a fucking lie. There ain't no fucking way
I can't think of
every fucking game you've ever bought.
This year, the only game that I bought and didn't
this year. You can't pull a wall.
No, I'm just saying off of recent memory. Like I'll look like my PlayStation box, my PlayStation catalog right here. I could probably look through and say that I beat every single one.
There's no way you beat every game you've ever bought.
No, not of all time. Like, well, obviously, when I was a kid and I'm like 8 years old playing my PS2, like, yeah, there were some games that I just didn't beat because I wasn't good enough at the time for it.
Were those games that you actually bought, though?
No. So there you go. But I did earn them, though. Like, when I was a kid, I was incentivized. Like, if I got good grades, like if I did well on a test, my mom would be like, all right, we'll buy you a video game.
My parents were the same way. I had to earn that shit.
Josiah's about to make a video about Breath of the Wild leaving Hollywood. I can feel it. He's gonna have a picture of Link.
I don't know. It sounds like Jeremy is reaching here. He's desperate to try to get Tears of the Kingdom to be in that Game of the Year spot, and we'll see if it actually happens.
I mean, it will happen. There's no doubt about that. That's just a given. And then you guys will start moving the goalpost again, like you always do. But speaking of moving the goalpost, we're going to talk about Ryan Kennel's favorite person on the entire internet, and that would be one Rachel Zegler.
Oh yeah, she's the best.
Okay, this chick is the most unlikable person I think I've ever seen. I mean, she is just pathetic. If like the thing,
really, I like her.
Why do you like her?
I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, I heard that. I mean, this is just insane how much cringe.
Insane.
This is bad. So this is the definition of privilege right here. You know, we all hear about, white privilege, male privilege, all of that. This chick right here is the definition of privilege. So this is End Wokeness, which is a fantastic Twitter account. And yeah, he even says that the new Snow White is the most insufferable person I've ever seen. So let's listen to her comments right here. Here we go.
If I'm going to stand there there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
So if I stand there in a, if I'm gonna stand there for 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it's streamed online. What?
She's not only just insufferable, she's an idiot.
100% an
fucking
idiot. One of the most unlikable people I've ever seen. And yeah, like, go ahead, Josiah. I interrupted you. So.
No, this person, she, like, her points are so stupid, but it's so clear that you can tell that just from this comment right here, that she comes from a background where she is spoiled, where she feels like that she is owed a whole bunch of stuff, and she probably never got disciplined once in her entire life as a kid, and she thinks that the world owes her. And you can just see that even just from this one clip right here, and it is so irritating because she is someone who goes out there all the time. She's like John Leguizamo in a lot of ways. She loves to go out there and talk about how, you know, everything's against her, and she has to always you know, the whole world is out to get her and all this type of stuff. I was like, do you not realize you're literally playing like an iconic Disney princess, like, and you have a net worth of millions of dollars. Like, what are you even talking about, woman?
I know. It's truly incredible. Like, I got one more clip of this crazy dumb bitch right here that everybody's probably already seen, but here we go.
It's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White. She's not going to be safe with the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love.
It's not just in these films that
Holy fuck.
What was that?
Holy shit.
What was that, dude? That came out of nowhere. Dude,
I need a palate cleanser. Can we get a picture of Gina Carano throwing up? I need a
chair seeing that. What the heck?
Wow.
I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that. What just happened?
Krista, I agree. What was that?
Oh man,
I don't know who that was. I found the clip on Twitter. I had no idea. I don't. To be fair, that chick could have been like on our side of the argument.
Right. So I apologize. But braces are a thing. They're a lot cheaper nowadays than they used to be a few years ago, and also, you know, it's not that expensive. Not that expensive, you know.
That kind of derailed that. I already kind of forgot everything that Rachel Zegler said right there.
I do have a point. All these talking points that Rachel Zegler is just putting out there, they sound scripted. It sounds like she was told to say these things right before she goes out there on whatever red carpet she's on. Yes. She had a coach her up to say, hey, these are the talking points and the check marks that you need to mark off when you go out there. Standing in a Disney princess outfit to be in a huge movie, what could have been a huge movie. There's people who look better, who look more like Snow White than Rachel Zegler does, who would do it for fucking free. Like, literally, there's people who would do it for free. And she's just coming from a place of absolute privilege, like she's owed something, like Josiah said, and you can almost pinpoint that these opinions are not of her own, that she was coached up in a way to say these talking points from somebody who is working within the writer's strike or some kind of agent. It's all fucking manufactured and bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, she's complete. She has this total entitlement type of personality, and that is like, that always drives me insane, especially coming from these types of people who love to pretend that they're the victims of society. It drives me insane.
And it's like, I don't know what's going to happen with this strike. I have no idea. But I mean, like, I think that last I checked, I think Ryan told me, maybe you guys know, but like the Snow White movie is set to release in theaters. If that's the case.
Yeah.
This movie's going to do
Yeah.
really like. I see no scenario where this thing is going to be a success at all.
Gosh, the fact that they're putting this movie in theaters just kills me, dude.
I know.
Like,
I know.
after all that we saw with the dwarves and their costumes and all that type of stuff, dude, I can't believe they're actually going to put this out in
I
theaters.
know.
That is hilarious. It's
And-
going to be
and-
so bad.
and they're losing, like they're continuing to lose all of their excuses. Like right now, I think Barbie just surpassed Guardians of the Galaxy 3 for the #2 film of the year. Obviously, Super Mario Brothers did $1.3 billion. Oppenheimer, a rated R biopic with nothing but dialogue, is crushing it at the box office. Everything Disney's doing is underperforming, with the exception of Guardians, which I still think Guardians should have done better, all things considered, considering I think it was a fantastic movie and it was the third film of a very successful franchise, but it was hindered in the beginning because of Disney, and their brand has just been destroyed. But Pixar movies are underperforming. Disney live action, whether
Marvel.
it's Little Mermaid or Haunted Mansion, all the Marvel stuff is underperforming. And they don't have excuses anymore for any of this, because there's other films that are being widely successful. Dune, I think, is going to be a big time success. I don't know if it'll be a $1 billion movie, but it'll be a pretty big success. The Marvels is going to come out later this year. It's going to be trash. They have no excuses left, man, and it's fun to watch it all play out. So
When is Snow White supposed to come out? Is that supposed to come out next year?
I'm not sure what the release date on it is, but
This year?
I'm not
Actually,
sure.
no. I'm
look
not
it
too
up.
Sure.
Somebody look it up real quick. I don't know when it's
I
going out.
think the Snow White film is going to be probably their worst
March of
remake,
next year.
like Disney classic remake. I think this is going to be their worst performing one of the box office.
Probably March of next year. Is that what you said, Beardo?
Okay.
March of next year. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be horrendous, and like even just like all the pictures the picture that they just had of her in that clip of her talking about how she deserves everything, apparently millions of dollars for just standing there in a dress. She looks terrible as Snow White. She just looks terrible.
Yeah, she does. She does.
And you also have to think of how are they going to spin this story to where Gal Gadot comes out as not a villain at the end of the movie, because they can't have a female villain that stays evil the entire movie. They can't. She's going to redeem herself and be likable in some way or another to maybe even potentially make some kind of fucking spin-off movie with Gal Gadot as this character.
I found this clip right here. So this is what Geeks and Gamers put out. Look at the look on her face already. This arrogant fucking idiot.
Gosh. Yeah.
But here we go.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
Snow White is running for president.
Launching my campaign.
Snow White's running.
It's no longer 1930.
I sit when I pee.
I'm gonna be a fearless leader standing at 5'1". Shut the fuck up.
She has nothing on Gal Gadot at all, and this
No.
is, like all the talking points that they just said right there are literally all the same talking points that they said for Little Mermaid.
Yes.
Like Little Mermaid was like, this story is not about her coming to the surface to fall in love or be with a prince or anything like that. So they're doing the exact same thing with Snow White. And well, let's just say it didn't really work out for Little Mermaid very well. So we'll see how it works out for you guys.
Yeah. Oh my God. So cringe, man. But what are you gonna do? Another day with Disney being Disney and
What are
these
you gonna
clown
do?
actors being these clown actors.
Just gotta mock them. That's all you can do.
SBZ says, can you explain the "Give Me Back My Son" lore?
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah. So it was a Fortnite stream. We were talking
We were
about Mel
playing
Gibson
Fortnite
movies.
a few nights ago. We were talking about Mel Gibson. We were talking, just amongst ourselves. What's your favorite Mel Gibson movie? And Steph was like, oh, I like the one where his kid gets kidnapped. And I was like, The Darkest Hour? But in that one, his kid gets killed and he's on like this revenge tour, which The Darkest Hour is a fantastic Mel Gibson movie. But the one she was talking about, she goes, no, Ransom. And I was thinking, like, which one's Ransom? And I was like, oh, that's the one where he yells, give me back my son! And It just turned into this thing.
No, but like I swear it happened, and maybe I'm remembering it wrong. I feel like there was like an intense moment, like in Fortnite, and that was during that discussion, and just during it, you just screamed it out during like this intense battle. And I'm like, that's so stupid.
I think I must have killed a few people, and after I was like, "You give me back my son!" when I was killing him, and now it's just this thing.
It's just stupid. It's so stupid. Shapiro doesn't let his kid play video games. Sad.
Ben Shapiro's a loser.
I don't pay much attention to Ben Shapiro.
But his takes on video games are horrendous.
Yeah.
They're
at least he liked Oppenheimer. So
it's not Dr. Disrespect. I mean, Dr. Disrespect does do it from time to time, but he does it because it's Mel Gibson from the Mel Gibson movie Ransom.
Yeah. Here we go.
I'm gonna say though, I'm just gonna say real quick, Bureau does it better than Dr. Disrespect. So
he almost does it better than Mel Gibson. Bad Takeo going to shill for Sony no matter what.
I'm not even a Sony. I prefer Sony over Xbox, but at the end of the day, PC's master race.
I've never Beardo turned on some Docker here at the house, but I've never watched. I like Dr. Disrespect in terms of I think he's funny. I just don't watch his streams. I don't know much about what he says or what he does, but he's obviously the man at what he does and hugely popular.
Yeah, he's good.
He's the best one. He's the best streamer out there.
He crushes it. Beardo fell off. Hate to see it.
Hey.
Come on, Jeremy. Tears of the Kingdom. After 2 weeks of memes, no one really streamed it afterwards.
Boom.
Yeah, that is a like a normie take on video games. Just because people aren't streaming it, Nintendo fans are different. Mario Kart has sold 55 million copies, and we have the biggest Mario Kart stream every week with 1,000 people. Mario Kart ain't stopped selling. Nintendo fans are a different breed. Nintendo fans don't feel the need I need to stream my game to people so I can, tell everyone I'm playing. They just like to play video games. Nintendo fans are a different breed. They're an old school breed.
They just like to play video games.
Yeah,
I sit back and I still play old Pokemon games.
Yeah, and then
from time to time.
Let's see. Spider-Man 2 has fallen off. No one's playing it.
Oh, I wonder why.
Okay, Beardo. In December, I better hear you say Spider-Man 2 fell off if its viewership on Twitch is down.
Well, who gives a fuck about Twitch anymore? But we'll take a look at the kick numbers.
Beardo, your overall opinion on Pokemon franchise, favorite Pokemon game or Pokemon Generations games, features, etc. I want a game what is it?
Legends
PLA?
Arceus. Legends Arceus.
So with Mega
Evolutions. So the peak for Pokemon was probably Generations 3 through 5. And in Generation 4, you got the Gen 2 remakes of Heart Gold and Soul Silver. In my opinion, those games are probably the best overall Pokemon experience, but my favorite Pokemon game probably is Pokemon Emerald. The Battle Frontier is fantastic. The music and atmosphere in that game, just Hoenn as a region is probably my favorite region. But Gen 3 through 5 is probably peak Pokemon for me.
I played Arceus. I've never been a big Pokemon player, and again, I've talked about this for as much as I'm a Nintendo fan. I'm not a handheld gamer. I don't like handheld systems, and that was obviously what was predominantly Pokemon games for a long time. We're on the handheld systems, but I really enjoyed Arceus. I loved the soundtrack, dude. God, the music in that game was incredible, and I love the open world element of it. I loved that game. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
But here we go. Butter Business is great. Regular Grace Randolph's here. Such trash Zelda takes. Mow them down, Jeremy. They're trying hard to downplay its success and popularity. They don't know what they're talking about. They're just idiots. Let them be idiots. Let them be idiots.
We'll see.
They win the Beardo. Oh wait, the win Beardo, but almost said it. Then Jeremy and Ryan. What?
It's another one of those troll gibberish chats.
Biggie 2316. Just want to say thank you to everyone on this show. Y'all are doing God's work. Thank you. Hey, thank you. Appreciate you, man. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. That's all that matters to us, is that the people are enjoying what we do. Okay, we got to talk about Elon Musk. It looks like Elon Musk is trying his best to compete with YouTube and other platforms. So he made this big announcement yesterday, and I think it's really important. Elon Musk, super important to support creators. If you can afford it, please subscribe to as many creators on this platform as you find interesting. Hey, great idea, Elon. Fucking approve my subscriptions. How about that? I've been waiting months, but neither here nor there. People from every corner of the world post incredible content on Twitter. I will not call it X, but often live in tough circumstances where even a few $100s a month changes their life. While we previously said that Twitter would keep nothing for the first 12 months, then 10%, we are amending that policy to Twitter keeping nothing forever until payout exceeds $100,000, then 10%. First 12 months is still free for all. Apple does take 30%, but I will speak with Tim Cook and see if that can be adjusted to 30% of what Twitter takes in order to maximize what creators receive. So this is huge, and I want people to understand that this is not about today or tomorrow. As much as I'll sit there and complain about that I don't have subscriptions, it's whatever. This is about, I'm thinking in the next 3 to 5 years, what Twitter is now X. X will become this everything app, and it's going to be this game changer of an app in terms of for a one-stop shop for creators and all type of things. So I think this could be huge. I think this could shift the pendulum. And I don't want X or Twitter to dominate the market. I just want it to be a player in the market. I want there to be a competitor for YouTube. I don't want Twitch to die. I want Kick and Twitch to compete, and I want the people can choose where they want to be, and I'll choose to be on Kick. But I just want competition out there. That's all I want. I want competition. As a professional wrestling fan, and I don't think you guys watched wrestling back in the day, but like when wrestling was at its peak was when there was competition between WWF and WCW. It was the best time ever for wrestling fans. And then once Vince McMahon bought WCW, wrestling, in my eyes and a lot of people's eyes, essentially died because they lost the competitive edge. Look at the Madden franchise. The fact that they've had, the NFL Players Association and the teams and all of that, they've had a lock on that. And because of that, Madden has not tried to turn the game up at all. It's been trash for over a decade. Yep. Competition is good. So what do you guys think about this?
Yeah, I mean, I think competition is really good. I like what Elon Musk is doing with Twitter, and you can tell that he has big plans. He has kind of this long-term type of vision for what he wants for the app, and I think it's going to be really good. I think that we could definitely see Twitter becoming extremely competitive when it comes to YouTube, and especially with this announcement. This shows you right here with what Elon Musk is saying, that he is 100% serious about being competitive with YouTube, and kind of going the same way that Kick did with Twitch, where Kick only takes like a 5% cut of what creators make. Like that right there is huge. That's a game changer right there. That's going to continue to bring more creators over to Kick, and I think that we're going to continue to see X kind of going Twitter kind of going that same direction as YouTube.
Call it X if you want. I mean, Twix. I may get to a point.
I'm going to call it Twix.
Twix. I have, look, I'll probably get to a point where I call it X. Yeah, it's really still weird to me to call it X right now. And it is. I will always call tweets. I just will. There's no way I'm going to call them.
You say that now. Say that now.
Bro,
repost.
You repost it.
Everything like True Social. Trump's got True Social. Every time I talk about True Social, I was like, Trump tweeted on True Social. Because over there they're called Truce, which is significantly worse than X. Okay.
Yeah.
If we don't talk about how True Social is a horrible fucking name. All right.
Yeah.
It really is bad. It's terrible. But anyway, what do you think, Bruno?
I think as far as like creators go, we all kind of like growing multiple social medias, right? We're not just trying to just grow Twitter and don't give a fuck about YouTube. We're not trying to grow YouTube and not give a fuck about Instagram and you know, where you're going to stream. It's like, oh, I only care about growing my Twitch or Kick and don't really care if my Twitter's doing all that well. We kind of care about all of them. And I think even if X tries to be a one-stop shop for all of them, you can post pictures on there. You're going to do buy movie tickets, have your bank stuff on there, and YouTube or their version of YouTube uploads on there. And even if they start live streaming video games on there, like I know Facebook has their Facebook gaming, it's not really as popular, but they still have it. I think, like you said, variety is king, and even if X does do all of those things, people are still going to want to put their content on other platforms just for the sole reason of competition, being able to grow your brand and put your name out there to as many people as possible, and that's okay. I don't think X is ever going to pass up YouTube or Kick as far as streamers and pre-recorded videos go. Will they have their own? Might it be good? Sure, time will tell. But I think as far as like content creators, it's best to put your content on different forms of social media just to reach a wider audience. Why limit yourself on just posting on X?
Yeah, and I mean, you got like my whole thing is it goes back to competition. I want Rumble to get better, and Rumble is getting better and better. Kick is doing a fantastic job, but they've got to get their app better, and that they will. Rumble has improved.
They just added you can give subs now on the mobile app.
Nice. That's a huge step. That's a huge step in the right direction. So as long as we like, if you go back just a few years ago, it just felt like there was no Rumble just a few years ago. Twitter was owned by Jack Dorsey. You know, you didn't really have anything. Twitch was a horrible platform, and all you really had was YouTube and Twitch. That's all you really had. And I think we need to understand that look how much we've changed just in the last few years. Rumble is a legitimate, not competitor to YouTube, but it's a legitimate alternative for creators. And Nick Rekieta, from our perspective in our world, Nick Rekieta opened up our eyes to that, because after what happened to him on YouTube, Nick Rekieta went over to Rumble and just crushed it. At the beginning of last month, this channel got, incorrectly demonetized for 24 hours. We didn't know what was going to happen. Everybody went over to Kick and Rumble and supported the hell out of us. So it showed me that there was a path forward. Now you've got Elon owning Twitter, which is a drastic improvement over Jack Dorsey owning it. And so it's good. There's a lot of good options out there, and that's what's the most exciting part for me. So I think it's good all the way around. All the way around. Toe Mock for 50 says 50. So what you're saying is that Metal Gear has yet to fall off. For over 20 years. Metal Gear is one of the great gaming franchises. From a consistency standpoint, if I'm thinking off the top of my head, right now, like if you want to go over the course of decades, or if you just want to do games, like jumping out. If I was to say there's not a game series that hasn't missed, probably God of War. God of War has not missed. There's not
a bad God of War game. Even the PSP God of War games are fantastic.
I would say God of War has not missed at all. And now I didn't play the PSP games. 3 is still my favorite. 3 is still one of my favorite games of all time.
3 is amazing. Yeah,
3 is fantastic. Yeah, the fact that God of War 2 rolls right into 3, like literally the ending of God of War 2, when you start God of War 3, it's the ending of 2. You just go, it's one continuous story. It's so good. Killing all of the Greek gods. Oh my gosh, fantastic.
Yeah. It's incredible.
But yeah, Metal Gear is up there for sure. Metal Gear is up there. The previously mentioned Zelda. That franchise is I don't think there's ever been a really bad game in the Zelda franchise of the mainline Zelda games. What else? I mean, there's a lot of them, but God of War stands out to me as one that just has been incredible from like every release they've had, and Metal Gear's right there too.
I think all but one Resident Evil game. I think you can say Resident Evil 6 sucked, but every other Resident Evil game.
I didn't like 5.
5 to me. It was hindered because a few things. It got that backlash. It was like the first game that ever was like, this might be a little bit racist. Like, that was unheard of, right? That was like unheard of. And people are like looking at this game, it's like, this might be a little racist. So I think it was hindered by that a little bit. And of course, I think the companion aspect of it, where if you play single player, you have to switch from Chris to Shiva, and that was a little wonky. It was still kind of using weird tank controls, but the co-op, if you actually had a person playing with you, it was actually quite fun. I think it's aged a little bit better than it was first perceived, but 6 was terrible. But the rest of the Resident Evil games are fucking fantastic. All the remakes are great. The new ones are awesome, but 6 kind of sucked.
Resident Evil 4 was where it peaked for me. That was peak. That was peak Resident Evil. It's still one of my favorite games ever. Yeah, so we will see how this whole thing turns out with Elon and Twitter or X, but it's Elon Musk. He's the richest man in the world. He doesn't do things to fail. Shout out to Mark Zuckerberg for losing over 50% of your Threads audience, by the way. Good job on that one. I love how, I guess, people thought that was... Shout out to Ron Perlman, as a matter of fact. People thought that was going to be their new Twitter or whatever, and all these stupid celebrities just ended up looking like morons when it's all said and done. So
Threads played out exactly how I thought it was going to.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I knew that it was going to be this thing that popped up. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh yes, this is going to be the thing that takes out Twitter," and then it's dead like a month later. I made like a Threads account when it first came out, but I haven't posted a single thing on Threads.
Yeah, me either. Either. And I didn't link it to my Instagram. So like in terms of like, obviously it's linked to Instagram, but I didn't like import my followers or whatever. I just was like, I'm just gonna make it, because I didn't even understand what it was. First of all, I don't use Instagram either, really. I haven't posted Instagram in over a year, but still have like 5,000 followers over there. That's awesome. But I don't use it. But so when the Threads thing came out, I didn't understand it was a direct tie, because I was like, well, let me just get my screen name, and create the account or whatever. But yeah, I didn't use it at all. Didn't use it at all. Let me see. Hayden says Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City was a game. I don't think I ever played Operation Raccoon City.
I didn't play that one either.
Well, you just said every Resident Evil game was great.
Well, I'm talking like mainline. Like if we're going 1 through 8, if we're just going, you can even
because they had like Code Veronica and all of that.
Code Veronica is like, a lot of people say that's the best one.
I did like Code Veronica, but there's a lot of those like spin-off elements, and that's where like I didn't play like God of War. What was it? Chains of Olympus? Is that what was that?
So the PSP ones were Chains of Olympus and there was Chains of Olympus and son of a bitch. I don't know. There was 2 of them.
Yeah, and I didn't play any of those. So when I'm talking about the God of War games, I'm talking about the main line ones. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about like all the other spin-off ones. So
Ascension, God of War Ascension. And Ghost of Sparta. So there was 3 PSP ones.
All right, let's read some super chats, Beardo.
Yeah. Let's some member messages. Fictitious Dave for 1 month. Best way to experience the new Snow White movie is through MP3. Thank you for the advice. Eric Stratton for 4 months. I've been watching Geeks and Gamers live streams for 19 hours. I expect residuals with or without my son. Angela Richter for 2 months. Your streams are killing it lately. Thank you. Jesus Davila.
Hey, God, Jake, Movie Geek asked me how my dog is doing, because I told everyone, my buddy Puppy Face wasn't feeling good. He was actually doing fantastic, and I've got a picture to share with everybody.
Nice.
Now, he is 14 years old. He's 14 years old, but he had a great day the last few days, and that's him, all up and alert and really feeling good. So Puppy Face has been doing really good the last several days. So I'm really happy to have that. 14 years old, man. He's a trooper. He is a trooper. So
he looks happy.
Yes. So that's my buddy right there. That's my buddy.
Jesus Davila, a member for 1 year, says, been a member for 21 months. All right.
Oh, see you
East
later.
Coast Toasty Boy for 4 months. Finally got my goddamn comics. It's about time. Would have got them earlier if the site didn't crash, but that just means we're winning. And Heel Tattoo gifted 5 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you, Heel Tattoo.
5.
Shout out. Actually, Jay. We'll do a little shout out. Heel Tattoo, good friends with Jay. I got this tattoo healing lotion from Heel Tattoo. They're on Instagram. So if you got an old tattoo, a new tattoo, it's good on. It's good for both. So shout out to Heel Tattoo. Wesley for $5. Those are some nice June numbers. What about July? Did they fall off? We'll have to see. Lord of the Ree for a $1 on Rumble. Elon wanting Twitter X to be a YouTube competitor explains him signal boosting Ian Miles Chungus when he was smearing Rumble. Never forget, hold the line. Hail the 199.
Hail the 199.
Hail.
Ian Miles Chungus is a oh god, I can't stand that guy, dude.
Yeah.
Brian Doyle for a 199. Was that mush mouth without the hat?
What?
Was that mush mouth without the hat? I don't know what he's talking about. Any idea?
Sure.
Thank you. Chris Coran for $2. Off-White needs to go straight to Disney Plus. The Shockmaster for $2 more says, "Give me back my dub."
Hey, the Meg 2 is on target to be probably the movie of the year because it's got a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. So I can't wait now. I liked the first Meg movie. I did. Did you watch the first Meg movie, Josiah?
When it first came out, I did, but that was
I loved it. I loved it. So the fact that now it's got a 0% from the critics with what 6 reviews in, hell yeah, let's go.
I'm curious what they're saying.
Let's go. Probably doesn't have enough diversity in it.
Yeah, probably not.
Cyrus for $5. Leader of what?
What?
I don't know. Leader of what? Shockmaster for
confused on these.
Yeah, some of them I just don't understand. Shockmaster for $2. Sorry, she looks like a bean burrito.
Disavow.
I just want to say that the opinions of Geeks and Gamers chat are not, represented nor agreed upon from the members of Geeks and Gamers. Just put that disclaimer out there. Mike Humsmells for $2. Never forget that upset when Elden Ring took Game of the Year. Yeah, I was rooting for God of War Ragnarok to win Game of the Year. I understand why Elden Ring won.
Elden Ring was amazing, dude.
But yeah.
Wesley 1924 over on Rumble for 5 says those are some nice June numbers, but what about July? Did they fall off?
I read that.
Did you? Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Jay's Greasy Wiggler for a 199. Pokemon Gold and Silver are S tier. Obamana 199. I love the Johto region. Love Johto. So yes, Gold and Silver and Heart Gold and Soul Silver are fantastic games. Browse before shows for $2. Behind Beardo's beard is another beard, and it's better than Jeremy's. Thank you.
It's not a compliment.
Taryn the Black for a $4.99. What I have to do to be in a party for Battlefront 2? ? I was playing yesterday, but I never got into the same server with y'all. By the way, no starfighting mode? ?
I haven't really played any of the starfighting modes, but I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know how people are joining us. With the player base being relatively low, I think it's pretty easy to try to get into our lobbies. But I don't want to add people because then I did that when I first started kind of getting relevant on YouTube. I would added a bunch of people and it just became like getting spam requests all day long. You know what I mean? So it was so I don't mean that to be disrespectful at all. But I don't know if there's private lobbies we can create on there if we have enough people. That would be something I'd be 100% okay with doing. So we could look into that for sure.
But what Jeremy tries to do is just announce what game mode we're going and what time period. Right. And then if you get in, you get in.
Yeah. Right. And we for the Ewok hunt one, we had a lot of people that actually showed up into that one.
Yeah. We always do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We always do.
So it just must be just because it's a pretty small player base.
Yep. Yeah.
The Shockmaster for $2. We will follow you wherever you post the 199.
199. That's what's up.
Ain't that for sure. Justin Parrish for a $5.
What's up, Justin?
What's up, Justin? In regards to monetization, is X gonna give it to you? Someone get Elon to contact with DMX's estate.
X gonna give it to you.
Callum for a $5 in Aussie says, is Baby Yoda now part of the Me Too movement since Lizzo touched him? Hey.
God, dude.
Somebody check on Baby Yoda. Where's he at?
Listen.
Where's Baby Yoda at?
I am not going to share it. I shared it before you guys got here just so I could destroy Jed's day. But if anybody follows Elijah Schaefer on Twitter, there's a picture he posted of Lizzo.
Oh my gosh, I saw that.
I would rather watch Brie Larson's feet all day, every day than look at that picture. Okay, I can't show it here. I can't show it here on stream. I can't. It's awful. It is truly one of the most horrendous things I've ever seen in my life, and I want to die. I want to die right now.
Joey Flores for $2. Ready to hold that L in 2 weeks, Jeremy? Hook 'em.
Hook 'em. Like, hey, roll tide, baby. Football season's almost here.
Yep,
let's go.
Almost here. The Hall of Fame games tonight between the Jets and the Browns.
Is it
Hall
Jets
of Fame
and Browns? Okay.
Yep. There's NFL football tonight. Jay Tapia for a 199. Hail Puppy Face. Happy to hear he's doing well.
Hell yeah.
Callum for another 5. Have you seen R.E. Death Island? It finally shows Jill after Resident Evil 5, and it involves Leon, Chris, Claire, and Rebecca. I have not, but I really, really want to see it. I've heard good things about it, and it's got all the best Resident Evil characters in it, so I'm really looking forward to watching it. So I need to do that. Thank you, Callum. Sir Hat for $2. Beardo, fight me in Pokemon. What's your lineup? Now that would defeat the purpose, right? If I told you what my lineup was, and you get to pick every Pokemon that is got a 1-up that's super effective against my lineup. So, no, I'm not going to tell you my lineup. Darian Murphy.
Barbie did 12.8 yesterday, $394 million domestic total. Holy crap. Crushing it.
It's going crazy. It's not stopping. So, it's pretty crazy.
Darian Murphy for a 199. Off-White in the 7 diversities. Jay Tapia for a 199. Show the Breeze feet. Sorry, wrong stream.
No, not happening. Not happening here. I have more respect. I have too much respect for the brand of Geeks and Gamers. This is a respectable channel here. This isn't a degenerate channel like D-Day Cobra.
Professional.
We're very professional over here. We're very professional.
Callum Hall for another, Callum Lyle for another $5 in Aussie. Someone I know went to see Seth Rogen's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He was really angry, very angry, and he hates everything about the guy.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I think Seth Rogen's trash, and everything I saw from that Ninja Turtles movie looks to be trash. From what I understand, Master Splinter is gay.
That's what I've heard.
What?
That's what I've heard.
Oh God,
in the chat, I don't know if this is the same guy. Yo Pop says, "Hey, do you guys cuss?"
Fuck no, we don't.
Fuck no, never. Sierra Tan for $10. Hail Geeks and Gamers. I know this isn't the political show, but I guess Trump is going to be in the D.C. courthouse at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Are you going to do a bonus Cobra cast today, Jeremy?
I am. I don't want to guarantee it, but I do plan on an emergency Cobra cast on D-Day Cobra to cover the arraignment of the great 45th president of the United States of America.
Shout out. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for $5. Give me back my beard! Gotta say, Beardo, you have won me over as a reader of Super Chats on this show. 199 and Trump 2024. Well, Garfield's Bizarre Adventure, you might be the only one. Samuel for a $10. With Wheel of Time coming out with a season 2, will anybody from the Fellowship be reading the books other than Shad? I still think the aggressive agreement on what they've done would be epic. Hail all.
Hail.
Soviet Bean for $2. Good morning, my friends. Good morning. That one guy for $2. We need Beardo Poke Battles. I'd super for that. Okay. So you donate for some Beardo Pokemon battles. I've considered going back and replaying some of the Pokemon games on my stream. Sir Hat for $2. I run all evolutions. Well, now I know your weaknesses. And that's it. We're caught up.
We are caught up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, another daily in the books. We do have our member stream tonight. So did we get any new members today? We did get some. We got a few, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Nick Brown became renewed his membership.
Heel
Fictitious
Tattoo.
Dave.
Yeah.
Yep.
Heel
Eric
Tattoo,
Stratton.
gifted 5.
Angela Richer, Jesus Davila, East Coast Toasty Boy, and Heel Tattoo gifted 5.
So we got 10 new memberships. We are doing a member stream. So if you're interested in playing Fortnite with us, we have an open lobby for our members. It's a lot of fun. We appreciate you guys being there. And so be on the lookout for that. It'll be a little bit later tonight. Rolo host. You get to see our perspective. You usually play. Josiah, you going to be there?
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Josiah has become the madman. Like Josiah's coming there, he just kills all the members now, and they hate his guts with a passion.
That's my favorite part about it.
We will be doing that tonight. It's a lot of fun. It's going to be a laid back stream as always.
It's a good time.
It's a good time. So to all the members out there, we will see you a little bit later. We carried over 2,000 people today, so thank you guys for tuning in as always.
Let's go.
And we have two more super chats that just came in. Callum for another $5 in Aussie says, what I liked about the RE4 remake was you learn more about the lore of the villagers before the Las Plagas, and it's tragic. It made Sadler more evil. Yeah, I love the Resident Evil 4 remake. I actually just started a professional difficulty run yesterday, so I love the RE4 remake. And that one guy for $2 says, Beardo runs full Magikarp lineup. Hey, don't give away my secrets, okay? Don't give it away.
Somebody said, is it no build Fortnite? Yes, we do not play build in any way, shape, or form. I never play build. I never will. If they took no build out of the game today, I would never play Fortnite again. So that's how much I hate build. I can't stand build. But all right, guys, thank you so much. Yes, Christian Rockers has joined the Discord for Fortnite tonight. So if we have mods here, I'm sure Cam Man is here. Drop a link to our Discord, Geeks and Gamers. You guys can go join that. We'll see you tonight. Bakery Boom says in this now. Bakery Boom also said that we had 2,000 bots. That's why we had 2,000 viewers. I mean, if I was going to bot, I would have a lot more than 2,000 people. Have a lot more than that.
You mind if I plug something?
Yeah, of course.
In 30 minutes, me and Jay are going to be going live over on Drunk 3PO's channel for High Tea Thursdays. It's me and Jay, our new show. So go ahead and check that out in 30 minutes at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Hell yeah. All right. Shout out to Drunk 3PO. What do you got going on, Josiah?
Just the same old on YouTube, and then Kick is I'm loving Kick, so go follow me over on Kick, and we're gonna be playing some more Remnant 2 probably after the premium stream tonight.
Nice.
All right, let's do it.
Nice.
All right, guys, thank you so very much. We appreciate it. Have a great day, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
How you doing? Oi, fuck off, mate.
I just can't. I have to do it. It's so good. All right, have a good day, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye.